We've all heard it before and either tried to save the poor soul by encouraging them to subscribe to the BitBoy channel or just facepalmed and walked away. The newbie tells you he's all in on Dogecoin.
Dogecoin Millionaire, we did a 1-hour podcast, and the second half of that podcast was just trying to convince him to sell. This is someone who's making 50 grand a year, and he sold everything he had, maxed out his credit cards, and put 150 or 200 grand in Dogecoin. And at the peak, it was worth $3 million.
Yep.
And we broke it down. I'm like, dude, you will never have to work a day in your life after tax. Invest it in here. You can pull 3% of it out every single year. That's your salary. You've made your salary for life. If you just sell right now, why take the risk? And so, he didn't sell.
Or worse, he's all in on some volatile meme with low liquidity and a good chance of waiting months to recover losses, if they're recovered at all. There are a lot of mistakes you can make. So stick around to the end of this video for the best explanation on YouTube of how to allocate a crypto portfolio that will send you to the moon. Let's get it. I'm not a financial advisor. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, the BitBoy. If you appreciate this content and you want more videos like this to help you make the most out of an epic bull run, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification for more. Here's the other side of the coin. No pun intended. You put half your portfolio in Polygon a few months ago at around 60 cents because, well, it gained several thousand% in the last bull run, and its high this year is 2x from your entry. Now, you've been holding that bag around 40 cents the whole time. Half of your holdings in this coin meant that your whole portfolio was being dragged down while there were other coins out there ripping and your dreams about the moon quickly becoming a distant memory. This leads to the first lesson. You need to have a good spread to your portfolio.
So now you want to also diversify your portfolio. Spread your investments across. Don't be 45, 50 years old and throw all your money into Amazon. Please don't do that.
If you have too much money in one coin, the success of your portfolio depends a good bit on that coin. Now, the other problem is that if you have too many coins with small amounts in each one, you're counting on all of them to pump in order to meet your goals. If one of these rips, you want to have enough in that project for it to make a difference. The more money you have in your total portfolio, the more coins you can afford to spread that money between. And remember, it's important to do your own research. You want to know all of the most relevant information about the coins you're invested in. And if you work a 9-to-5 job, it's going to be hard to manage a portfolio with too many coins in it. You have to stay on top of token unlocks, token migrations, exchange listings, technical analysis, and any breaking news about the coins in your bag. Plus, all these are not going to peak on the same day, and you will want to be able to scale up your profit-taking strategy for each coin more aggressively the closer you get to your goals. You can see Cassie's video on how to take profits for more on that by clicking up here. The moral of the story, though, is that you don't want to have more coins than you're able to keep track of. Speaking of goals, it's also important to ask yourself if your portfolio is aligned with your goals. If you need a 10x or more to get the life-changing gains you want out of this bull run, you shouldn't have 25% of your portfolio in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Maybe you shouldn't have any. They are simply not going to 10x from current prices. And you can always accumulate Bitcoin during the bear market with the profits that you're going to take over the next 12 months.
It's a breakthrough in capital preservation, but it makes it a revolution in economics. If you would be rich, trade wisely. And here's a very simple principle. Trade temporary for permanent.
You should be looking at Bitcoin as wealth preservation, and you should be looking at the right altcoins during a bull market as wealth creation. One way to spread your portfolio would be to have 25 to 50% of your portfolio between top coins with good metrics for the upcoming bull run. What I mean by top coins is preferably inside the top 20 to 30 by market cap, projects that are mature, they've been around since the last bull run, and this is key, they still have bullish narratives this time around. Some examples are Solana, Avalanche, Near Protocol, and ICP. Even though it doesn't fit the bill of good performance in the last cycle, I have to add XRP because we all know its performance was stifled in the last cycle only because of the SEC lawsuit. Now that's behind us, and I'm going to keep saying this, XRP is the elite's chosen instrument for world banking overhaul and global liquidity solutions. Depending how conservative or aggressive you want to be, it will determine whether these coins account for closer to 50% or closer to 25% of your portfolio. This next group of coins should be the biggest part of your portfolio if your goal is to make the most money with only slightly more risk than the coins I just mentioned. This next group should bring you to 90% of your portfolio.
And what we do is our focus is to take the 10% and we're prepared to lose 100% of that 10%.
So let's say you ended up at 30% spread between top coins. This next group should make up 60%. If you had 50% in top coins, then put 40% in these next ones. I'm talking about coins whose bullish narratives are new to this cycle. Some of these already staking their claims as top coins are SWI and Render. And if you've been buying those throughout this year, you would have seen them going from rankings close to 100 by market cap to now breaking into the top 30. And your gains would have followed. You should try to spread these picks out by the market sector that they represent. For example, DePIN, or Decentralized Physical Infrastructure, is the underlying support for blockchain AI, decentralized cloud storage, and even metaverse, which will come back bigger and better than ever. For the DePIN sector, Render and Filecoin are the top dogs. Then you have AI coins, Artificial Superintelligence, or ASI. It's still technically under the ticker FET, or FET for right now, since it was Fetch. GRT and Tau are top AI coins to watch. Render is a great pick because it tends to pump with DePIN, and AI tends to pump together with DePIN. Render is cleverly marketed as both, even though it's really DePIN. Another top 10x sector to watch is RWAs, or real world assets. Real world assets such as stocks, real estate, commodities, treasuries, etc., tokenized on the blockchain is projected by the Boston Consulting Group to be a $16 trillion industry by 2030, and that's conservative. The number one coin to watch is ONDO. Mr. X himself told me earlier this year to watch out for this one. ONDO is being used by none other than BlackRock to cash out the RWA BUIDL fund. Another coin to consider is Algorand. It's technically in the high competition niche of layer 1 smart contract platforms, but it's the chain that some really cool RWA projects are choosing to build on. So Algo could very well pump with layer 1s and pump with RWA projects as well. Some honorable mentions include Relio and Goldfinch. These are smaller market cap, but that can also mean more room for the price to move. For a couple more honorable mentions, you could look out for Pith. Mr. X gave me this one along with ONDO, saying to watch out for these two specifically. I believe they will be two of the biggest movers in this bull run. Pith is an Oracle project built on Solana, and it's the only Oracle that's really doing much to compete with Chainlink. If Pith captures some of Chainlink's market share, it's up, up, and away. And surprise, surprise, ONDO and Pith have a big partnership, something to watch out for. Speaking of Solana though, MPLX is the best low cap gem in the Solana ecosystem, and that can shape up to give members of the Pit Squad a one-way ticket to the moon. Since we wrote this, it's already started pumping, don't miss it. Stay tuned for the next video though, where I'm gonna show you the best way to grade the coins you're eyeing for that coveted spot in your portfolio with a score out of 10. Until then, how are you spreading out your portfolio to make the most out of this bull run? Drop your comments down below and make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want more of the bull run portfolio content. This is gonna help you navigate the 2025 crypto bull run. That's all I got, be blessed, BitBoy out.